Students, today we will learn about theories regarding climate change through this video class. It is very interesting to know that our climate, what we have today, is not forever. According to scientists, especially climatologists and geologists, are of the view that our world has experienced different climatic conditions over different time. They have some evidences regarding their opinions. The climate change occurred after a long period, but we have some evidences that during short span of time, climate have changed not for one time but for twice. In Gondwana system of India, three types of rocks are found. They are boulder, sandstone and coal. These three rocks represent three different types of climate respectively. With this diagram, we will learn about the evidence of the climate change. Here you can see there are three beds. Uppermost bed is of coal, middle bed is of sandstone, and lowermost bed contains boulder. In this diagram, rounded boulder bed, angular sandstone and coal beds are found in Gondwana system of India. These three rock beds represent three different types of climate of different geological periods. Rounded boulder bed represents cold climate of Upper Carboniferous period. Angular sandstone represents hot and dry climate of Triassic period, and hot coal represents hot humid climate of Jurassic period. It means during Gondwana system deposition, three times climate have changed, and it was from cold climate to hot humid climate. It means from Upper Carboniferous to Jurassic period of 175 years of time span, we have evidences of climate change. Gondwana system therefore is very popular among geologists, paleobotanists and climatologists as it represents the evidence of climatic change for shorter period of 175 years at local level. The Gondwana system of India, especially Damodar Valley region, has such evidences where three types of deposits are found. Here, rounded boulder bed of Upper Carboniferous period is found in the lowest layer, which represents the climate-like cold situation. Above this, angular sandstone rocks are found, representing the age of Triassic with hot and dry climate. Above all, coal seams are found here in abundance, which represents the age of Jurassic period when hot and humid climate was prevailed. Therefore, the Damodar basin of Gondwana system in India gives the evidence of climate change for three times at local level at shorter interval of time. Students, why our existing climate changes? Is there any opinion or theories regarding this? Yes, we have several theories regarding climate change. Here is a list of theories regarding climate change. Number one, Kroll theory. Number two, Drayson's theory. Number three, sunspot theory. Number four, Bruckner's cycle. Number five, carbon dioxide theory. Number six, continental drift theory. Number seven, Rayleigh and glaciation theory. Number eight, continentality theory, and last one is Brooks theory. This is the list of theories put forward by different scholars regarding climate change. Now we will learn this theory or understand this theory one by one. First, we will learn about Kroll's theory. Kroll has suggested that since the Earth orbit is geocentric and the Sun is located at one of the foci, the amount of insolation on the Earth as a whole varies as the Earth moves around the Sun. Since the axis of the Earth is inclined to the ecliptic, it follows that the winter when the Sun is at aphelion is not balanced by the summer when the Sun is at perihelion. This changes this changes the temperature of the atmosphere. Kroll has suggested a cycle of 2000 25,000 years to 100,000 years for the climate to change. Kroll is criticized on the ground that there is no evidence of a regular change in climate over 25,000 or 100,000 years. And instead, a cycle of 50 to 20,000 years is possible. The last ice age occurred 18,000 years ago, but according to Kroll, it should have been 80,000 years ago. Again, if climate changes due to overall change in insolation, it follows that there should have been simultaneous glaciation in the two hemispheres. This has not taken place. It means Kroll theory put forward first theory regarding climate change, but it became the criticism and it has been criticized by the several scholars. Number two, Dresen theory. According to Dresen theory, the path of the sun is inclined to the plane of equator. At present, the angle between the elliptic and the celestial equator is 23.5 degrees. Dresen suggested that this angle has been changing. He believes that angle may change from 11 degree to 35 degree. This would cause great change in the length of summer and winter, in the angle of sun rays and in the amount of insolation. While there is every evidence that the angle of inclination have been changing, the astronomers allows a change of only 21 degree to 28 degree. This is much less than the change suggested by Dressen. Dressen has calculated a cyclic change in climate for 20,000 years. There is no evidence of such regular changes in climate. Thus, Dressen theory again became the part of criticism by scholars. Number three, sunspot theory. According to this theory, Huntington and this theory has been advanced by Huntington. Whenever sunspot activity is high, there are magmatic storms in the atmosphere and a consequent cooling of the earth and 11-year cycle of sunspot activity have been observed. It means Huntington tried to explain that when sunspot activity is high, then the magmatic storms appears in atmosphere and a consequent cooling of the earth begins. An 11-year cycle of sunspot activity have been observed. It is true that there is a relation between rainfall, low temperature and sunspot, but the cycle of 11 years is too small to explain long-term changes in climate. Next theory is Bruckner's cycle. Bruckner's cycle, the alpine glaciers advance and retreat over a period of 35 years. The same period is observed in the freezing and opening of Russian harbors in the Arctic Ocean. The European temperate region also have a similar cycle. There is therefore a climatic change over 35 years, but this period is too small to explain the long-term change in climate. Next theory is carbon dioxide theory. This theory has been advanced by Tyndall, Chamberlain, Humphrey, French, and others. They suggested that the carbon dioxide content of the atmosphere changes with volcanic outbursts. When there are several volcanic outbursts, there is greenhouse effect and the earth becomes warmer. Thereafter, there is a period of cooling down. They have failed to establish a link between periods of volcanic outburst and period of glaciation. Besides, volcanic outbursts do not have a cyclic pattern, but climate change occurs in cycles. Next theory, continental drift theory. Wegener have tried to explain the Permo-Carboniferous glaciation by continental drift. Wegener and others have suggested that this glaciation occurred in the Carboniferous period and the Quaternary glaciation occurs before Europe and North America's separation from North America separation. The continental drift theory fails to explain the earlier glaciation in Archean rocks and the later glaciation in Pleistocene age. Besides, during the Carboniferous itself, there were three climatic changes leading to the deposition of sandstone under arid conditions, coal deposits under humid conditions, and boulder clay deposits under glacial conditions. The continental drift theory cannot explain this theory at all. Has also ignored the effect of relief and altitude in tropical areas. Any change in altitude will also change the climate. Rayleigh and glaciation theory. This theory tries to explain Permo-Carboniferous glaciation by an increase in altitude in the tropical area. Since such changes can only be marginal, it can act only as a contributory cause and not as an absolute cause of climatic change. Next, continentality theory. The nature of prevailing winds, ocean currents, pressure belt, etc. depend upon the distribution of land and water. As the circulation of the ocean water is affected. If the continents is affected, drift and the straits open or close. If the prevailing winds change their position or character, there is a large change in the amount of rainfall. Thus, the climate of a place depends upon whether there is an increase or decrease in the continentality of the surrounding regions. The change can be both local or worldwide. This theory, however, does not permit a cyclic change in climate. Last one is Brooks theory. Students, Brooks has calculated the basal level of temperature for each latitude. Then he has correlated it to rainfall and modified the two by effect of continentality. The theory is wide, complex, but it satisfactorily explains worldwide change in climate. The only defect is that such change may not be cyclic and will apply only to long-term change in climate. Thus, we have learned about the theories regarding climate change. A review of these theories would suggest that none of them can explain both long-term and short-term change in climate. All theories are good in part only. Besides, they may have impact over each other. What's needed is a good composite theory which takes into account all the contributory factors such as sunspot, angle of ecliptic, continental drift, etc. and recalculate the cyclic change in climate. Thank you.